Welcome to the Cryptonaut podcast. My name is Mark Storrs, and hanging out with me here in the Pumpernickel Dungeon, as always, is
Rob Morphy
and
Chris.
Robert, thank you so very much for joining us. We are currently in a construction zone.
Yeah, we are.
Oh,
a demolition zone is actually more like it.
Yes, your sister is getting all kinds of demo work done.
Oh, yeah. This place is like the bathroom, open air, open concept, dick in the wind.
Yeah, that's a new thing.
It's an open concept bathroom.
Yeah.
Just fucking shattered.
One of us, I mean, we're obviously all going to pee in there. One of us, Chris, might have to actually go shit in there.
Oh, I hope so.
Just saying.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you just have to keep a wary eye out in case somebody goes in the other
Just be like,
door.
hey,
you can shut the door, but there's an open fucking wall, so it's irrelevant.
yeah, that's
there
true.
is.
That is true. All right. Well, speaking of demolition and remodeling and removing things and moving on to new places, we are getting ourselves a new studio. We have a new studio.
Fancy pants.
We do.
We are not in there yet. We will be moving there eventually, depending on the series, how it's going to work. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to finish off Stardust Ranch here in our current studio in Rob's sister's basement. Thank you, Goo, for letting us stay here. We appreciate that. After that, we will be moving to our new location. In that process, we will have a week off. So we're announcing it now. We're not quite sure when, but there will be a week off coming up while we move everything there. There will be a Patreon episode. Because we're going to use that as a test for sound to see how that sounds. So if you're on the Patreon, you can check that out. Speaking of Patreon, do not forget about that Patreon Spotify connection. It is there. People are fucking loving it.
Yeah.
It's super awesome. There's now a banner in Spotify that links to our Patreon. There's a little banner that you can click and it goes there. Oh, dude, it's fucking insane.
I feel like I haven't seen one of those in forever.
Dude, I love banners.
Dude, the banner has helped our numbers.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So we appreciate anyone who's didn't know we had a Patreon or you know, you just see it and do it and we are in.
And now Spotify is so much easier if you want to listen to Patreon episodes. It is fucking awesome. Moving on to the next bit of business here before we get to Stardust Ranch Part 5. We have a new t-shirt. The Dark Hynek.
It was dropped.
It was dropped. This is exclusive to TeePublic because of the color variations. It is easier to do it on TeePublic. And t-shirts go on sale. And we haven't actually added a TeePublic shirt in quite a while. So we figured, you know what, fuck it. Let's give it to TeePublic. Let them sell it. And people have bought the shit out of it. It's super awesome. I got a copy of it. It's super dope. And,
I like that design.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, usually we talk shit about t-shirt designs and it never goes past that phase. But as I was, ruminating on it, I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, I really want to draw Hynek with a fucking spear.
Oh, yeah, dude, 100%.
Pounding a brew,
Yeah.
huffing his pipe, fucking being all fucking slightly shady.
A little bit.
He's a dark Hynek.
Right.
Dude, he is the Dark Hynek. So that again is available at TeePublic, hellorspace.com. There it is on the up front. Oh, Rob cracking into your frescoes over there.
Oh, yeah. Like, this is my fancy sugar-free vodka spritzer.
Nice,
Fresca.
as you are shirtless like a bear.
Oh, yeah. No, it's tits versus tees down here in the Pumpernickel Dungeon.
Yeah.
Because I am muggy hot and I cannot have it.
Chris has a flannel, and I'm like, I feel okay.
Yeah, Chris is wearing 3 layers. You got a t-shirt, and I'm sitting here fucking tits in the wind going, nope, I'm not sweating today.
Nice. All righty, well, back to it. Thank you all for joining us. Stardust Ranch Part 5, the Rainbow Valley Massacre.
Oh, fuck the Harper Valley PTA. This is where it's at.
I think I know what's going to be coming up in this episode, but we're going to hold that, and we're going to see what happens. Let's get started with Enough Was Enough. After enduring years of abuse at the hands of an uncanny array of arcane abominations, John Edmonds strikes back with a vengeance as the bloodshed intensifies into an orgy of chaotic carnage and interdimensional portals rip through the fabric of time and space. John, like the mythic heroes of yore, receives a razor-edged gift from the proverbial gods.
Could it get any better?
There's a lot. There's portals. There's vengeance. There's interdimensional things.
There's an orgy of chaotic carnage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That implies a lot.
It really does.
Yeah. I mean, that's a weird orgy.
And for once, it's not overhyped. I mean, orgy in the classical sense of like the bedlam of flesh, not necessarily sexual. Though, hey, who's here to judge?
Okay.
Do what you want.
I mean, you are shirtless.
I am.
We are 3 men.
And there's a lot of testosterone in this room.
Oh, boy. Well, let's just see if we can get through this.
Actually, there's really not.
I got enough testosterone for everybody.
Oh,
right.
well played.
I'm just like,
Yeah, Chris
all
is
right.
like,
He's fanning it away.
Yeah, I'm like,
all right, guys, plenty enough.
but I am also the only one here with a vasectomy. Robert, let's get started.
Joyce Edmonds woke with a sharp jolt of pain. Her ears were ringing and her whole body hurt. She opened her eyes, stunned to find that she was not in the comfortable bed where she'd fallen asleep hours earlier, but laying in a heap on the hard dirt outside of her house. As her eyes adjusted to the darkness, the first thing Joyce saw was a massive metallic disc hovering overhead. It looked like an outtake from one of the old black and white sci-fi flicks she saw on TV as a kid, only this object was all too real. She turned slightly and locked eyes on another figure, the barefoot, boxer-clad man who'd saved her from an excruciating night of alien examinations, her husband John. He stared skyward at the silently soaring saucer, his round face a rictus of rage beneath furrowed eyebrows and horseshoe mustache. With his shoulder-length, thinning gray hair whipping in the wind and a massive machine gun still smoking in his work-hardened hands, John looked like a paunchy Rambo in PJs. If the producers of said franchise had decided to cast American folk singer David Crosby in the lead role instead of Sylvester Stallone.
It's so funny because it's the first thing I thought it was
great.
David Crosby.
Yeah.
Because not only does he have a Jake the Snake vibe,
Totally.
he 100% has a little bit of a Crosby to him.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
But even if the half-naked middle-aged rancher didn't look like a traditional hero, that's exactly what he was. For just the second time, he'd driven away the nefarious forces who'd been tormenting he and his wife for years. Unlike most other human beings who'd been victimized by the Greys, John had been able to snap out of their techno spell and fight back, drawing blood with a baseball bat and sending their massive craft packing with an AK-47. But even though he'd won those battles, John knew that the war was far from over. For reasons even he couldn't begin to fathom, this ancient race of cold, calculating, colossal craniumed creatures who were tens, if not hundreds of thousands of years more evolved than the primitive primates endemic to Earth, had evidently decided to occupy, in force, what was to any rational observer little more than an inconsequential 10-acre stretch of desert scrub. For John, it was a perfect place for raising dogs and horses, literally a cowboy-loving city kid's dream come true, but he couldn't wrap his head around why an advanced alien intelligence, not to mention all of its equally abominable acolytes, would be so obsessed with it. But obsessed they were, and even though the parcel had been bought and paid for, these crazy critters had clearly laid claim to the land and the airspace above and were hell-bent to have it for their own. "This ranch is mine," said the Greys.
This ranch is my ranch.
This land.
What's this? This park is mine.
This ranch is your ranch.
Yep.
This land.
Do you
ranch
guys
is
remember that? Like an old
my
Tommy
ranch.
Lee Jones movie?
This park is mine.
The Park is Mine or something like that.
Oh.
Used to be on HBO all the time in the day.
Wait a minute. That sounds really familiar.
It doesn't really matter. It's not even a tangent we need to go on, but I always remember whenever I say, "This park is mine," I'm thinking Tommy Lee Jones, and it might have been hell. It could have been Al Pacino. I don't fucking know.
I want the your ranch. This ranch is my ranch. This ranch is your ranch.
I wasn't trying to dismiss your
Raise the flag.
your singing.
And the AKs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hellbent. Joyce, for her part, had been forced to undergo an instant evolution. In the matter of what seemed to her to be seconds between being safe in bed and lying on the hard ground below the saucer, this loving but skeptical wife was forced to accept the brutal truth of the situation. She and her husband were living in the nexus of a nightmare reality wherein all the myriad monsters conjured up by religion, parapsychology, ufology, cryptozoology, and occult rituals were not only real, but living together under their roof. Worse yet, they had evidently decided that they loathed these human interlopers with a fiery passion usually reserved for mortal enemies. Having hated the ranch from word go, this confirmation that monsters were indeed real, rather than being a comfort as it meant that neither she nor John were losing their minds, only made Joyce feel more oppressed as she not only had to deal with this new world paradigm, but a phenomenon that, like John and others before him, seemed to be specifically targeting her with temper flares and bouts of melancholia. Beyond the general unease she felt on the property, Joyce began to notice a strange sensation whenever she entered the living room. It was not evil so much as it was upsetting, like the feeling that she wasn't alone even when she knew nobody else was with her in the house. A predicament that she hated to find herself in. Like she never wanted to be there without her husband. She didn't even want to be there with her husband,
Right.
but definitely not alone.
Yeah, if you're getting
I get that
creepy
vibe.
creeps, totally.
Having lived in a creepy house once, and we've told stories about it, I'm not going to digress into it too much. Being alone, sometimes it got a little weird, and you'd hear the voices and the rattlings and whatnot.
The voices.
Calling my name from downstairs. Like I told you
that's
before.
right. Yeah.
The feminine Rob,
Yeah,
the succubi,
Yeah.
or the strange whatever.
Yeah, or the random homeless dude in your fucking
with a sexy voice.
closet.
Yeah.
Rob.
Oh my God. Rob. So sexy. Rob. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Oh, sing metal for me. Closet hobo.
I'm going to stab you then make love to your dead body.
Oh, God.
Oh, you nailed it.
I'm going to fuck the hole that I make in your soul. La, 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 la. Hobo.
That'd be a great fucking Cannibal Corpse song, actually.
Oh, just done like that.
All
Okay.
right. Perfect.
Not alone. Hates to be alone in the house.
Totally.
Once John found out about the high school senior who'd taken his own life in that room, Joyce began to wonder if she was sensing his lingering presence. The reality of this tragedy was driven home when, during some renovations, John tore up the old carpet and found that the concrete floor was still stained with his blood.
Oh,
Sucks.
shit, man. That's terrible.
I know.
That sucks.
But
Fuck.
Joyce's nightmare didn't end with violent mood swings or eerie sensations, as additional dark forces also seemed to rally against her, taking a toll on her mental and physical health. Unlike her husband, Joyce had always been a deep sleeper, but she found that the ranch was even stealing this reprieve from reality. While John would see anomalous entities around the ranch, Joyce's experiences were more auditory, and she would find herself being startled awake by sharp hissing sounds, which she later recognized as coming from the small grays.
Those little bastards.
Those fuck faces. Weirder still, Joyce was haunted by unnerving machine-like noises that would echo through the house in the dead of night, sometimes accompanied by bright white lights that streamed through the windows. Deafening experiences that the usually alert John somehow seemed oblivious to. So we know from experience over and over again, from his youth in Evanston, living on the streets of Chicago, this dude doesn't sleep very deeply. He's ready to go and throw hands at a moment notice.
Prepared for violence.
All the time. And somehow he's, I guess, the mesmer, because when you hear like machine-like sounds, and somehow I'm hearing an off-balanced washing machine, which I think is akin to what the Delphos, Kansas UFO allegedly sounded like.
Yeah, yep.
But I don't know, just some weird, awkward, mechanized horror sound.
And then lights, yeah.
Yeah, like from Dune when those big ships came in, that just grindy metal sound. I don't know what it really was, but it's got to be very disturbing.
Yeah, it's fucking creepy, dude.
Even on nights when she managed to get some rest, Joyce and her husband would frequently wake up to find their bodies beaten and bruised. This, among all of the other high strangeness, triggered horrifically debilitating anxiety attacks that would leave the frazzled career woman unable to work efficiently and questioning her mental stability. In this, she would not be alone. When Joyce finally decided to confide in her sister the inexplicable horrors they had endured, her deeply Catholic family petitioned her to return home to Wisconsin, where she could recover her sanity at a state mental hospital.
Okay.
Dicks.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot better things you could do. BetterHelp.com/HellerSpace.
Oh, there it is.
Use our promo code.
Nice plug.
Yeah, may as well. They're sponsoring us. There you go.
And I get you don't know where to turn. And if you're deeply religious, it's either God, Satan, or I
And
guess
it's always Satan.
some figment of science. Yeah, it's
If
always
it's
Satan.
bad, it's Satan.
It's always,
100%.
Yeah.
Or insanity,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. But
And I mean, I guess maybe I'm being too harsh on him. Maybe they were looking out for her best interests, but it seems to me like a dick move.
probably at the time, and it wasn't that long ago.
No, I mean it was
And if you're
it was the
deeper-
late '90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, but if like you're deeper, like religious, you're gonna be like, no, we need to get you like a mental, hospital or institution
Right.
or whatever. So,
Yeah.
I mean, guys, you can't fault them for wanting to help her, but maybe like, I don't know, well, it's a different time, man. 2023,
I mean, not that different.
Yeah, but but mental health is more in the forefront now. People talk about it. We
Fair
all talk
enough.
with
Yeah, I do.
depression, anxiety. It's very
That's
common.
true.
We're all like, hey, we're all fucked up. You're fucked up. Let's hug.
Yeah, I
There you
agree.
go.
Totally.
Yeah. So again, BetterHelp.com.
Fair enough.
Space.
Mortified, Joyce cut off contact. But as the years went on, the toll of this isolation and nearly constant sleep deprivation became so acute that Joyce, whose only true confidant besides John during this hellish ordeal was her unidentified boss and best friend, that's not two people, same person,
Okay.
boss and best friend,
Sweet.
would call in sick from both of her full-time jobs. Then, without telling John, she'd leave for work in the morning only to show up at her boss's house instead, where she would finally steal a few precious hours of fitful slumber away from the supernatural snake pit she called home.
Oh, wow.
So she's just fucking canceling jobs, sleeping at the boss's place.
Yep.
Fuck this. I got to get out of here. During this period, John and Joyce weren't the only victims of the ranch. Anyone who came to visit the Edmonds, and even more alarmingly for yours truly, Anyone who spent an inordinate amount of time just thinking about the property could be affected. I don't love that.
Well, I guess we're all in trouble.
Though he didn't go into any detail, John claimed that sometime after he'd purchased the property, the real estate agent who'd hung him out to dry after the pool incident was attacked by what he enigmatically referred to as an entity. Where, when, what, who the fuck knows.
Okay.
More intriguingly, after John was introduced to the man who agreed to co-author Stardust Ranch, The Incredible True Story, the book that, most of my research is based on, Bruce McDonald, in 2012, similar phenomenon began to affect him and his family. Though he'd be Skyping John from such far-flung places as Canada and Costa Rica, Bruce claimed that he, his wife, and son had seen strange orbs, heavy couches move on their own, and even could sense invisible portals in their home that, when walked through, smelled like a combination of copper, rubbing alcohol, and blood. Tasty.
Okay, so the phenomenon travels via Skype, and then you get a copper alcohol blood portal?
Is it
Don't talk to John.
Yeah. No, it seems that way.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's right.
Fair enough.
I mean, Chris just nailed it.
And he did a fuck ton of interviews. A fuck ton.
What if we start
Right.
experiencing shit?
We're not talking to John.
Yeah,
No.
but we're talking about John.
That's not the pattern.
No, but I had a really good week last week.
Unless
I had
there's
a really
more.
bad week this week.
Yeah,
What
but
if that's it?
I'm not blaming
Yeah, but
Stardust
you work
yet.
with shit. I mean, that's just
Okay,
that is not.
fine.
That is just not.
All right, I guess I can't blame it on John.
The one thing that smells
Yeah,
worse than rubbing alcohol, copper, and blood.
Yeah,
The shit piles.
You get used to it.
Stranger still, his house became infested with greys and their attendant horrific stench and negative energy.
Yeah, Chris is right. You gotta stop fucking
Yeah,
talking to
the
John.
rot meat stench. Oh yeah, it's just trouble.
Infested with grays.
Yeah.
I'm just like that phrase is like
Just everywhere you go,
Like
there's-
they're everywhere.
They're like popping into
when you
each
turn
other.
off a light and you see like a little beetle or something, you're just fucking grays.
Scurrying away.
Like
Like those fucking
Get outta
silhouetted
here.
bobbling fucks that were at the end of Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yes,
It's
yes, like
silhouette.
that, yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
flick on the light and like roaches, they're fucking gone.
right.
That's
Roll
hilarious.
up the newspaper.
Yeah, fucking smack him.
Swat him. Gray.
You get a golf club and just fucking smash him.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it.
Hey, dude, you're not alone, and you'll see how not alone you are very soon.
All right, cool.
Okay, so not only do they have the terrible stench and the negative energy that would overwhelm him as if his senses had become inundated with white noise, they're also just in his house, and that sucks. While working on the book and other projects, Bruce had no less than 9 computers spontaneously shut down. So I don't know why you have 9 computers on at one time if you're not a business, but apparently he did, and all of them said fuck off.
All right. Well,
Happened. That's what's been going on with your piece of shit over there.
Jesus Christ, I know. You don't even want to know how long it took this thing to warm up. Even though there were no power outages or blown fuses. These experiences, along with another more traumatic incident, compelled Bruce to leave the project and not return for the better part of 7 years. But we're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit, so table that for a bit.
All right.
John, who'd been dealing with the batshit bedlam that is Stardust from day one, had found ways to manage the mayhem. To better meet his duties on the ranch, he'd scaled down his counseling career. No longer operating out of an office in Phoenix, he now traveled to people's homes to perform in-house counseling. On his journeys, he had the opportunity to speak with many different people who lived in the Rainbow Valley region, and during the course of his therapy sessions, many would disclose to the trusted healthcare professional that they'd seen some bizarre incidents ranging from ghosts to lights in the sky to animal mutilations. Ever the professional, John tried not to pry, but he was relieved to find that he and Joyce weren't the only ones in the area swept up in this paranormal plague. Nevertheless, as weird as things were all over, John quickly realized that the Stardust Ranch seemed to take the cake in terms of variety, magnitude, and intensity of the paranatural phenomenon. This place is the fucking hub. Yeah, other places got it going on too, but fucking Stardust is the zone.
All right.
One of the many unique aspects of his ranch, as opposed to the neighbor's property, involved a brand new phenomenon that left the Edmonds in awe. According to Joyce's lone chapter in John's book, she wrote one at the very end of the book, she and John were watching television during a thunderstorm when, quote, "we lost all power in the house and everything went dark and the television went off. Then the back hallway toward the bedroom completely lit up. I told John that I wanted to go see what it was. He wouldn't let me. He was convinced I would be abducted. So we stayed in the living room and we looked down the hallway, which remained lit up with this white light. Then, to our astonishment, 2 Roman centurions, from what I assume was at least a couple thousand years ago, marched right down the hallway and through the living room and out the wall. She added, I could never make up a story like this.
Okay, so time.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah.
time.
Roman centurions. Okay.
Portals ripping through the fabric of
okay.
space-time.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's a thing. There,
No.
You know, I wasn't expecting this.
It's just a new flavor.
Yeah.
I mean,
This is like the Baskin Robbins of the supernatural. And you will
yeah.
get every
No, it
fucking
is.
taste you can fucking imagine.
okay. All right. Well.
Butternut rum scotch, do it. Whatever.
Okay. All right.
The Edmonds were dumbstruck. As Romans had never invaded the New World, the couple knew that they couldn't be looking at ghosts. That's fair.
I wouldn't even connected that in my head at all. I would never be like, well, the Romans never came here. I'd be like, the fucking Romans are everywhere.
The ghosts of the Romans.
Yeah.
But then again,
Why the fuck would they?
I mean, I don't want to digress too much,
Why would they be here?
but I mean, who knows if the Earth's rotation, they might have been in that place at that time.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're
where
saying.
the
Okay,
planet
all right,
is.
okay, yeah.
So, I mean, are ghosts always do like does gravity affect ghosts? Does time affect ghosts? When you're one of those repeating ghosts, like why wouldn't you just move as the Earth moved? Like suddenly you're in Wisconsin doing some shit,
weird.
then you're in the middle of the Pacific, and then you're fucking wherever.
I don't know.
Alright,
Is it the
well,
rule of ghosts? Well, not all the rule, but a lot of the rules that you're bound somewhere because of a thing,
So
right?
it's to architecture
Right. You can't
or
just be like, I'm a
land.
fucking ghost. I'm going to Italy. Right. And then there's a whole thing with water too. Some things sometimes you can't cross water.
Yeah, a lot of vampires
yeah,
can't
yeah.
cross water.
Yeah, there's things
Which is crazy to me. Or if it
weird
throws shit
paranormal
down, at least
things.
the X-Files taught me, they have to count things like they have terrible OCD. And if you like throw beans or rice in front of them, they have to count them all
Yeah,
out before
yeah,
they can
weird.
get you. Which I suppose have a handful of dumb shit just in case you run into a vampire and test it out.
I don't know.
Hop a stream. I don't know.
Rice, get some Uncle Ben's.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a pouch of Uncle Ben's.
Just never know.
If you hear the hiss, throw the wrist.
There it is.
wrist.
No.
Those little catchphrases that keep you going,
Oh,
man. Yeah.
Jesus, there
just
you go.
remember it in a pinch.
That was terrible.
That was
I love
amazing.
it. No,
For
dude.
the wrist.
You forced that rhyme, but I loved every
I
bit
love
of
it.
Completely did, and
It's
I
okay.
almost regret it.
Okay.
No, don't
No,
regret
don't.
nothing.
Dude, I think it's a new t-shirt.
No regrets.
Throw the wrist.
Through the wrist.
Oh,
no
God.
fucking regrets.
As Romans had never invaded the New World, as aforementioned, the couple knew they couldn't be looking at ghosts. But what the hell were they? Could these cosmic centurions have been time travelers? Holograms? Shape-shifting fourth-dimensional entities? They weren't sure. But as this particular phenomenon began to increase in regularity, John claimed to have actually seen through the self-illuminated circular portal where he witnessed everything from Egyptian pyramids being built. Fucking, I would like more detail on that.
yeah, really.
To the performance of ancient shamanic rituals. I'm assuming he means Native American, but it could be back to
Yeah.
fucking
I don't know what that
Cro-Magnon,
Mesopotamia.
Neanderthal.
Yeah, it could be anywhere.
Could be old
anytime
time.
and in any place.
Like rituals started hundreds
Yeah,
of thousands of years ago,
Yes.
at least, if not more. So
Okay.
he came to believe that the portal, which only materialized inside his house,
of course.
was a sort of time tunnel that could bridge not just vastly separate areas of space, but time itself. It's a little portal of a little TARDIS in his hallway.
House.
Yeah.
Yep.
The old hallway TARDIS.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Stardust TARDIS.
Stardust.
That's a tongue twister.
That should have been the title of the
Stardust
pod.
TARDIS. Yeah, that one's tough.
Around the same time, John began noticing dark, indistinct humanoid figures, what are commonly referred to in supernatural circles as shadow people.
Oh, bring
Not
them
that
in.
everyone didn't know that already.
Bring them in.
Moving on the periphery of his vision, these nebulous entities ignored their human counterparts, seemingly preoccupied with their own agenda, as if interacting with a part of the world that humans are completely oblivious to. Also suggesting, perhaps, that they were equally unaware of us. Maybe those in the shadow realm claim to have occasional sightings of a hazy, wild-haired, mustachioed figure that they were at a loss to explain. We may be the ghosts of other dimensions.
Oh, dude, what was that movie with the girl where it's like, you're dead?
There's a lot of them.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
no,
I
the-
mean, narrow it down.
The one
Yeah.
at the end where it's like her kids and her, and she killed her kids, but
Oh,
the others,
Nicole
the
Kidman, right?
Oh yeah, they were the ghosts.
Yeah,
We
Spoiler
were the
alert.
ghosts all along.
dude, we were the fucking ghosts, dude.
I saw that in the theater.
That one where
I did
fucking
not
what's
love
his
it.
name was actually dead the whole time.
Oh, Sixth Sense?
Yeah,
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Saving the day with Chris.
Yeah, way too after the fact. He spoils it, and I'm like, spoiler alert.
Oh man, all right.
You had a quarter century.
Yeah, if you didn't watch it, you're fucking up. But whatever.
Yeah, but if you're an elf, you got a lot of time to see that movie.
It's true. It's true. All right.
Aside from shadowy trespassers and the Brillo men who still lurked on the fringes of his property, don't forget about the fucking Brillo men, John also noted his animals behaving strangely when outside. His horses and dogs would steer clear of certain areas of the ranch, reacting to the seemingly empty space as if something were physically there. When John would walk through the same region, he'd feel a sensation akin to static electricity. At first, he wondered if these tingly spots might be the shadow folks or insidious gray invaders phasing into or out of our dimension. But after his experience with the time tunnel, he also began to consider the possibility that hidden around his ranch were multiple electromagnetic portals that were invisible to the human eye, but which animals, with their sharper sensory organs, were more sensitive to. So maybe they can sense portals the way they sense earthquakes.
Yeah, maybe.
Who the fuck knows? Just throwing shit in the wind. He didn't know either.
Hey.
It's just what it is. So we've got time portals, weird anomalies with static electricity that animals are avoiding, shadow folk, the Brillos are still doing what they do.
Centurions. Yeah.
There's a lot going on. It's almost like you need a flow chart.
Yeah, you do.
You need a
I don't
lot
know
of
if that would
information.
help or make
Yeah.
it worse, to be honest, at this point.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Picturing it, I'm like-
red yard madness.
Yeah. All right.
Soon it wouldn't just be animals acting strangely outside the ranch, but inside the house as well, with tragic consequences. John recalled to Jimmy Church on his Fade to Black program that the dogs that he allowed to sleep in the house for their protection and his own seemed unable to sense the grays. Quote, "We have pit bulls. We have big dogs. In the beginning, we had Rottweilers and we rescued Rottweilers. They're really friendly, but they're big and scary dogs, and they would eat one of these things if they had a chance. And they don't." End quote. Despite their terrible rotten flesh stench, the dogs seemed incapable of registering the diminutive dickheads, but the reverse also seemed true, as John discovered one day when he watched 3 of them appear in the sun porch right between the crates of 3 Rottweilers. It was not going to be their lucky day. How the canines sensed their prey is unknown. Maybe they simply saw the alien standing there. Regardless of what it was that made them register, the dogs were up on their feet and tearing into the ETs like starving wolves on a dying moose. The creatures were literally ripped apart before they could teleport to safety, leaving the dogs and their master equally perplexed. Though he delighted in the minor victory, John soon realized that there were no winners, as all 3 of his prized pups, quote unquote, withered up and died.
Oh shit.
Okay.
John would later claim that the flesh and blood of the Greys are heavily acidic, killing, like a cane toad, anything foolish enough to consume them. That will come with blood tests and weird shit later.
Okay. All right.
But
Weird.
that's what he says.
Weird. All right. I mean, respect the dogs for tearing the shit out of these fuckers, but then,
But sad.
yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
That sucks, man.
When John finally came forward with his incredible account on the goings-on at Stardust Ranch via Peter Gersten's Cause website, he soon after found himself being invited to discuss the subject on other shows, culminating in being asked to talk on the premier venue for public paranormal discourse in the U.S., the venerable late-night radio talk show, Coast to Coast AM. This would prove to be the media equivalent of an atom bomb. Before then, folks deeply involved in ufology were vaguely familiar with the case, but most of the public at large were not. Due to the crossover popularity of Coast to Coast, this would change overnight, and Stardust Ranch became a media sensation almost on par with Skinwalker Ranch. On the plus side, John would receive overwhelming support in the form of letters and phone calls, up to 300 a week at the peak of interest, from people claiming that they had endured similarly horrific experiences, encouraging him to remain strong. He also heard from an array of psychics, do you say the word much? Psychics? What the fuck is wrong with me? telling him that the Stardust Ranch was a place of tremendous paranormal power and had been so for millennia.
Oh, okay.
Many, many years.
Nice.
One even went so far as to propose in an astoundingly Beetlejuice-esque version of Plan 9 from outer space that what we think of as aliens actually live on a dimensional plane where they coexist with the human dead. To add a pinch of phantasm to the proceedings, these evil ETs are not able to only manipulate but enslave the recently deceased.
Yeah, that is just...
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds fun.
I mean, it sounds terrible.
Well,
I mean, all right.
I mean, it sounds fun.
Artistically, like in a movie, if I read this on the box of, a VHS box in a video store as a kid, I'd be like,
I'm glad you specified. That sounds like a good time. I can't wait to die and be enslaved by graves. That's my answer. That's
how I took
our
it, too.
afterlives.
All right. Well, I mean, when it happens, let me know.
See you in jail.
Jesus Christ.
That's like the worst afterlife.
Okay. I guess, no, that actually sucks. The theory, though, is like, fucking like Rob said, cinematically, artistically speaking.
Fantastic.
Fucking awesome.
This frankly bizarre hypothesis, which in some fashion has been embraced by famous researchers and abductees like Whitley Strieber, would come to haunt John. Again, something we're going to deal with more. John, in the meantime, got requests from hundreds of paranormal investigators and curiosity seekers wanting to see the place for themselves. The busy rancher would comply whenever he could, hoping these groups would collect evidence to help confirm his accounts. Unlike others in the area, John claimed that he never charged for visits. Here, he singled out Dr. Stephen Greer, claiming that he would charge groups up to $3,000 to spend a few nights on his nearby property. So I can't confirm this in any way. In his book and in interviews, he claims that Greer had property about 30 miles away, and he would charge thousands of dollars for people to, skywatch or whatever.
Yeah.
And that he was not doing that. He wanted to open source everything. He wanted everyone to be able to come out here because the more evidence that could be accrued, the more he felt he would be vindicated.
Totally.
Because obviously most people, even most people listening to this, and they should be, because you should have your skeptical hat on, not your debunker's dickweed hat, but your solid fucking let's look at this impartially skeptical hat. And they're like, this is kind of fun. This is crazy. This is like fan fiction of Skinwalker. I heard somebody write somewhere or read, but come on, I can't take it seriously. And I respect that because it's hard.
Yeah.
But if this guy really believes this is happening, then of course he'd want as many people as possible to be there to confirm it.
Sure.
And that
totally
seems to be what he's doing.
I got that goddamn Dr. Greer.
Yes.
Fucking got me for $10 with the stupid app.
Yeah, well, have you used it though?
No, I'm not going to fucking do some meditation and get a light and hope and pray that a fucking UFO shows up.
It might work.
I don't have the time for that. Stop it.
According to the April 19th, 27 episode of Dave Miller's 51 Areas Paranormal Talk Radio, in 2016, a group of ghost hunters came out to the ranch equipped with night vision goggles. They and John stared in awe as a fleet of 12 structured UFOs, so not lights in the sky, built aerial vehicles, hovered over the ranch in a line. The enthralled group could only watch and wonder as the vessels, one by one, seemed to go through an energetic portal in the sky. If it weren't for the fact that these were flying saucers, the scene was as mundane as watching cars go through an old-school toll booth. John would later tell Jimmy Church that he watched the investigators staring skyward with their mouths hanging open like mailboxes. That's an image. They'd expected to see maybe a few orbs, but this heavenly gridlock was beyond the pale. For a while, John and Joyce's life became almost impossibly hectic. But on the plus side, it seemed as if this newfound notoriety had insured them against the threats of both the men in black and the would-be government assassins. Don't forget, they were pinned down in a hail of AK-47 fire, sniper bullets going through their storage sheds, all that bullshit. But even while he was bombarded with mostly favorable feedback, John found that there was a toll to going public, and he noticed a sharp change in his personal and professional relationships. Almost overnight, John became persona non grata with many of his counseling colleagues. This he might have expected, considering how stigmatized any paranormal beliefs are within psychological circles, but this ostracization extended beyond his professional sphere as former friends and acquaintances in nearby Buckeye also began giving him the cold shoulder. Despite Despite nice fucking Rob. Despite Arizona's rich ufological history, from Travis Walton's alien abduction in 1975. Oh my God! Now I'm Pete Bradying. 1975.
1975. Oh my God! 75.
Oh my God!
It's okay. You're
Marshall Walton. Travis.
Travis Walton.
Everyone talks about Travis. I got abducted too.
Travis.
Fuck. All right.
You're good.
To the infamous Phoenix Lights of 1997. Oh, yeah, we're going through this.
Fuck yeah.
It seemed as if most Arizonans preferred to ignore the alien elephant in their state. Though he knew he was damn good at his job and had no regrets about coming forward, John, realizing that in this conservative realm he had lost the credibility required to perform his professional duties in the eyes of his peers, retired from crisis counseling soon after, focusing fully on running the ranch and supplementing his income with his other passion, restoring vintage cars and motorcycles. So not a bad life.
Yeah.
You know, all right, you can't do that anymore. You can't go around. But he was sort of burned out anyway. Shit, he was burned out back in the day when he got his back broken and he first bought the ranch. He's like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, now you're going and fucking restoring old vehicles.
He's always polishing chrome, this guy.
Yeah, just polishing a metal part in a motorcycle.
That's just what he does.
It's a lot of fucking metal on a motorcycle.
Having long abandoned the illusion that this ranch would be anything like his grandfather's Arkansas paradise where he could finally let his guard down and relax, John still hoped, against all odds, that he and Joyce could make a good life out of it. But even as he was settling into his new state of semi-retirement, the dark forces surrounding this property kept up their steady, inexorable assault on his senses. Though years had gone by, John still found items missing, and worse yet, still suffered from sudden outbursts of rage and sorrow. Thankfully, over the years, he'd learned to put them in context and not feed into these terrible sensations. It was a delicate balancing act, maintaining a functioning adult life while dealing with the mostly unseen entities that preyed on his mind, body, and emotions. A terrible tightrope act that sufferers from depression and anxiety can almost certainly identify with. Yeah, you don't need aliens to know what it's like to fucking go through acting like a fucking person while you're fucking just a jumble on the inside. We all know that fucking nightmare. As stated before, once the presence of the Greys was truly acknowledged, whatever unwritten rules there might have been regarding their need to remain clandestine went out the window, as these corruptive creatures who'd been so cagey in the past began slipping out from behind their invisible fourth-dimensional curtain with alarming regularity. This used to startle the rancher, and as soon as he would glance toward them, they'd disappear in a flash. But John, who'd honed his mind and body into a razor-sharp sensory mechanism aware of even the most subtle pressure changes, could almost sense the arrival of these bald-brained bastards before they arrived. He was also aware of the fact that these things seemed to be, if not actively telepathic, at least empathic enough to know when human beings were aware of their presence. As such, John set to controlling his thoughts, making his mind go blank whenever he sensed they were approaching, essentially using the same brick wall technique employed by George Sanders against the psychically invasive alien tykes in 1960 sci-fi classic Village of the Damned. You guys ever seen that?
I've not seen the original one.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, the John Carpenter one blows.
The John Carpenter
and I love John Carpenter.
No,
that one's worthless.
It is not great.
But the original, fantastic. And George Sanders, rest in peace. What a great fucking actor. But anyway, at first the alien intruders could see through the ruse. But soon John became so good at masking his thoughts and movements that he would catch the creatures roaming around with impunity out of the corner of his eye. As much as he didn't like the idea, he could live with random trios of Greys wandering around his home, moving his stuff, eating his food, and drinking his beer, as long as that's all they did. Still, since the standoff between the aliens and the AK-47, things seemed to be settling into a calmer routine. But if John had believed he'd managed to achieve some sort of intergalactic détente through his use of force, he was in for a rude awakening. As always seemed to happen, the animals suffered first, with no less than 4 horses being killed within 3 years. One night, John checked the horses who were all in good health. After a night's rest, he awoke to a living nightmare, writing, quote, "One of my most beautiful horses was eviscerated. I found it in the stall in the morning. It had been fine and healthy when I went to bed. When I woke up, it was just something of a husk of what it was the night before. And again, just like the Rottweiler, there had been no commotion, no sound, no warning in the middle of the night. This was an astounding feat for the aliens, beyond what we humans can do. End quote. Once again, the Sheriff's Department and the Arizona Livestock Board were called in to investigate. They added the incident to their open case file, but by this point, John knew they'd never find those responsible, or believe their eyes if they did. Following the equine massacre, the nocturnal bedroom assaults, from which he and Joyce had been given just the slightest relief, returned with a vengeance. One morning, the couple woke up in agony. Their flesh was on fire. They pulled back the red-stained sheets and saw, to their collective horror, that their inner thighs were scratched, chafed, and covered in blood. Their skin rubbed raw by friction burns that had worn their epidermis down to the lowest reddish-pink layers. They had no idea what had happened to them, but it was hard not to imagine the worst. Joyce was terrified. John was furious. Those kinds of friction burns. I mean, I've never got one that bad. I've had road rash.
Yeah.
I've had friction burns. We all have, but that just seems extreme.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts.
That's fucking terrible. Much later, under hypnosis, John discovered that he'd been taken by the Greys at least 18 times. These sessions were conducted at the behest of the Department of Defense in Washington by a medical doctor specializing in post-traumatic stress disorder for combat veterans. Whatever information John managed to glean via these sessions regarding either the aliens' agenda or why they seemed to focus so much of their ire at the Edmonds was not made public. John kept these revelations close to his vest, claiming that they were too private and that the ordeals were too invasive for him to feel comfortable discussing them in public. Though we'll likely never know the specifics of his personal ordeal, judging from the public record surrounding the Greys and their notoriously invasive, non-consensual, reproductively oriented medical examinations, apocalyptic prognostications, and general mindfuckery, it's pretty easy to assume that they put John and Joyce through hell. In space.
Oh.
Yeah. Keeping it on brand.
All right, yeah. BetterHelp.com/hell or space.
Yep. Now it's hell in space.
Now it's okay.
It was hell and space before.
Now it's hell in.
Now you
All
take them to space, put them through hell.
Yeah.
All right. Wow, God.
I wasn't trying to diminish the suffering by that little pith,
No.
but it's true.
These little bastards they're fucking.
You know how I feel about Greys.
I did.
You guys both know.
No, I'm not a fan either, man.
It's kind of rubbing off on me now too. I gotta tell you, I want to
hate
be
so
like
much.
you guys are fucking old. You're a fucking hack.
Oh,
You're all fucking hack.
Damn straight. They're hack as fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
They're 1990s.
I don't care how-
There's some early Fox fucking bullshit right
exactly.
now.
Oh, the X-Files. Yeah, that's right. I said that.
Scoot.
No, you did.
I mean, I enjoy the
I heard
X-Files.
it.
No, I love the X-Files.
Yeah. But, those fucking, what's his nuts? The second in command on Next Generation, Fraker. Jonathan Fraker.
Jonathan Frakes.
Frakes. The guy that fucking used to do all those sighting specials or whatever they
Oh,
were
yeah.
on Fox.
Oh yeah.
And God bless him. He was sort of like he was our methadone Leonard Nimoy in the fucking
Yeah.
shitty 90s when we couldn't get a proper fucking In Search Of. But at least he was doing it. But fuck those documentaries.
Yeah.
Fuck that bullshit.
No.
So, just mad at the Greys. Now I'm taking it off on poor Frakes.
That's how it happens.
Fraker,
That's how they
Frakes,
get you.
Frakes.
God damn it. Can't even say his name
That's how
anymore.
they get you.
Having already declared war on the alien aggressors allied against them, John was prepared to sacrifice himself if necessary. But even in war, there are clearly defined rules of engagement, and what had happened to them while they slept was a bridge too far. This wasn't an act of war. It was terrorism, pure and simple. And being a true blue American, John did not negotiate with terrorists. With no galaxy-wide Geneva conventions in place to defend non-combatants like his wife and animals from harm, John knew the responsibility of protection fell to him. The people and things he loved had suffered enough. Flush with rage, the former mental health care counselor knew to the core of his being that he was no longer fighting for property or pride. No, these vile vermin had done the unforgivable. They'd stolen the Edmonds' peace of mind and violated them in ways he was at loath to imagine. What had begun, at least in John's mind, as an interspecies skirmish over property rights was now very personal, and he was fully committed to an indiscriminate campaign of revenge against the Greys. No more fucking around.
No.
Oh, dude, no more Mr. Nice Guy. I love it.
As Joyce continued her policy of staying away from the ranch as much as possible, John, who always packed a sidearm and was never far from a weapon inside or outside his home, remained alone most days. Dedicated to his animals, he never neglected his duties, making sure they were well fed, groomed, and cared for. But whenever his finely tuned sinister species sense, thank you, Peter Parker, would start tingling, the besieged rancher braced himself for a fight. Knowing they could sense his thoughts, John, like a Shaolin warrior monk, would take a breath, clear his mind, silently scan for the interdimensional intruder in his peripheral vision, then, without warning, spring into action. Punching, kicking, stomping, stabbing, whacking them with lead pipes, books, motorcycle parts, whatever was at arm's length was an instrument of destruction in John's hands. John later told Church, quote, "I got to the point where I was so angry about it for so long that I just dedicated myself to killing as many of them as I could. To me, it was like an indoor sport. I just got to the point where it was like, you know what? You guys come into my house and you mess with me and you mess with my animals and you mess with my wife. I'm going to treat you like gang members." And I just hacked on them, chopped on them, picked them up and beat them against the wall. Anything that I could do.
Okay, this took a really weird fucking turn. So, is he hit every time this happens? Is he hitting them, or is he just crazily stomping around, beating up shit like he's fucking Macho Man?
Well,
I'm sorry,
whatever he can
Jake the
find.
Snake.
If he sees one, he's going to grab whatever he's got.
and he's hit every time he's attacking them, and it's working.
So here's the thing.
Okay.
And we'll get more into, I understand that question.
Yeah.
It's not like when he stomped around and had a temper tantrum when he found his like super flattened pup.
Right. No, this is him. Like he's actively attacking them all the time now.
He is attacking them.
Yeah.
So he's just a one-man killing machine.
But they're not necessarily getting killed. We
Okay.
will get to this.
Okay, because it just seems like, I mean, at this point, you're going to have stacks of bodies.
Yes,
It's going to be like fucking Royal Rumble.
that's coming.
Okay.
Intriguingly, as this blood orgy between the rancher and these bulb-headed buggers escalated, John found himself recognizing different individuals. Some seemed to be leaders, others acolytes, but they always came in threes and they seemed to be gluttons for punishment as the mustachioed mercenary mauled them over and over again in a variety of ways, stabbing some with the knife with which he'd just cut a sandwich or blowing fist-sized holes through their chests with his .357.
This montage is amazing.
Yeah.
This is a
Oh,
massive.
no, the right song.
Sandwich.
Yeah.
Pow.
Yeah.
Fucking
Like just
boom.
and it's totally a montage. And again, Nick Cage, God bless him, with the fucking the handlebar, or not handlebar, fucking I guess horseshoe mustache
Yes.
they're called.
Yes. Like David
The old
Crosby.
Jake the Snake, just fucking annihilating aliens left and right. In one instance, a gray suddenly materialized not far from him. In a flash, John lunged down, grabbed its ankles, spun in a tight circle, and smashed its head against the brick wall, virtually exploding its skull. Though its blood splattered, leaving compelling forensic evidence behind, the entity, as usual, vanished instantly. No matter how swift or ruthless his attacks may be, he knew that the moment he hit these things, with either bats or bullets, they would simply disappear, phasing back to their home dimension only to rematerialize soon after, no worse for the wear. It was as if they were mocking his brutal yet futile efforts to take them out. This, however, did not diminish the dark glee he took from slaughtering the beings that had made his life such a hell. Even though he knew he couldn't kill them, like a bitter, battle-hardened barbarian, John took a kind of grim satisfaction in knowing that every time he heard a crunch of what he assumed was bone and the sharp, anguished hiss, he was at least able to hurt his enemy. So, imagine MMA Roman gladiator style, except instead of buff, lubed-up slaves with swords, you got a middle-aged man whacking a bunch of bug-eyed dollar store ETs with a toaster.
Yeah.
Dude, he literally goes from like, I'm a troubled man, I miss my goddamn dogs, to wholesale slaughter. Like he just makes
He started out saying like, I wasn't a gun guy,
No.
I just wanted to, help
now
people through
he's
their
like
crises.
he's like taking glee in this, where he's like, oh yeah, today's gonna be, I'm gonna kill 7 of these fuckers.
I'm just gonna keep ending them, and they come back. I'm gonna end them again. It's like a video game, though.
really-
They're
I
was
never
gonna say,
dying.
Yeah, it is kind of like a
sounds
video
you
game.
So it's
shoot
like
it
Tom
they
and
just
Jerry.
Poof.
This is like me and Diablo 4. I'm stuck at the Black Lake trying to cross to get Lilith.
There you go.
And Rathma's there, and he's a bitch.
Damn straight.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know these people or this
Yeah.
game, but I believe you.
I'm terrible at this game. I think my barbarian build kind of sucks, but whatever. We'll worry about that later.
As John looked into the mirror every morning, one has to wonder if he realized that there was a new monster on Stardust Ranch, and he was looking at him.
Oh, God.
If he ever considered such a possibility, that he'd become so traumatized and hardened by the hostility that he was now every bit as vicious as the entities who had been tormenting him, he kept it to himself. As far as the rancher was concerned, his wholesale campaign of violence was completely justified. He, like C. Thomas Howell in John Milius's 1984 Cold War epic Red Dawn, had tasted blood and was hungry for more. He's
that makes sense.
Yeah, you remember that kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pain's gonna burn you up inside. Keeps me warm. My perfect C. Thomas Howell, by the way.
No,
I was
nailed it.
Fucking Pony Boy in spades just
Keeps
that.
me warm.
I know. They actually hire me often to like do voiceovers for him. Nailing it.
Oh, my God.
Jesus Christ. In fact, the bloodlust became so acute that he at times lost his head. Once while in the house, John caught a gray out of the corner of his eye. He instinctively raised his revolver, aimed, and fired, instantly realizing his mistake when the bullet went through the creature, hit the brick wall behind it, and ricocheted around the room, almost killing him.
Nabbit. Doom, 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 doom.
It really is Yosemite's
It's
hand.
amazing.
Yeah, I know. His
He has
mustache
mustache.
is just a
Same
little
mustache.
thicker.
I know.
Stash. Oh, fuck.
Despite this being a paranormal hotspot, the laws of physics were not to be denied.
Jesus Christ.
As he later wrote, I live in a brick house. I found out the hard way. Don't ever, ever use a gun in the house. Bad idea.
Oh, my God.
Well said. Well said, John.
Fair.
All right there, gun guy.
Yeah.
Fucking welcome to fucking shooting shit 101. Don't shoot hard shit that will bounce the bullet off at you.
In this house, we obey the laws of thermodynamics.
That's right, goddammit. You only shoot the ceiling. Unless it's brick.
Oh.
Then don't.
When Jimmy Church asked John if he thought he may have broken any laws, earthbound or otherwise, with his savage handling of the Greys, he responded, I thought at some point somebody might try to call you out on this in terms of the legalities of abusing aliens. And I said to myself, you know what? I followed the Arizona state statutes for defending yourself. I was in fear for my life. These things entered my premises without my permission. They came into my house. They hurt my wife. They hurt me. They hurt my animals. They had no right to be here. I tried any way I could to try to communicate with them, to try to say, hey, look, this is not cool. You don't belong here. Get the hell out of my house. And nothing ever worked. So I had to do the one thing I could do, and that was I had to respond with bodily harm.
We finally have an instance of stand your ground.
Oh
And
my
I
God.
think legally he would probably be covered.
Oh, I think so
Well,
too.
no, it's in his house.
In Maricopa County,
Stand your ground.
Arizona, this guy would never suffer for this. But I think pretty much anywhere, even in the most liberal city, if you're on a full scale alien invasion,
No.
I mean, I think you might need some help. I mean, he
I
probably
don't
should
know.
talk to somebody. BetterHelp.com.
/ Howler Space.
No,
Slash
well,
outer
yeah,
space.
for sure.
No, he needs to talk to somebody at this point. But he's well within his rights to defend himself.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
yeah.
But the
100%.
delight in carnage, I mean,
It's not illegal.
it's not.
It's not illegal.
I mean, Longinus, I hope I didn't fuck up his name. He stabbed the Christ on the cross
But there's a spear of Longinus.
to make sure, the
My
spear of
favorite
destiny.
Spear.
Yep.
And then he became like a super Christian.
Yeah.
And he actually stabbed Jesus.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yep.
taking it to the max.
That
You
you-
can't fuck up worse than that if you're a
Not
Christian.
really. No.
But he turned it around.
He made it work. He just turned it
Yeah,
into
turn
his,
his life
he
around.
turned it into his thing.
Yeah.
He said, "This is my new thing. I stabbed
I
Jesus."
mean, sure, Hitler almost won a war because he stole the fucking spear of destiny. But hey,
Every time I think of the spear, I'm like, "Fucking that sons of bitchin' Nazis trying to get their filthy little Nazi hands on those spears."
All of the good
on that
stuff.
spear.
Those spears.
Those spears.
when I
and
went to
multiple
see
spears.
Spears of
fucking
Longinus.
Raiders of the Lost Ark in the re-release right before the Dial of Destiny came out, man, it was just so good. There's just nothing like watching a classic 80s film based on like 1930s and 40s serials where an American goes on a big hunt for biblical artifacts and Nazis suck. You just can
Yeah.
never get enough of dead Nazis.
Yeah.
I never stop delighting in
Unless
that.
it's dead grays.
Well, honestly, I'm usually the guy that's always like, hey, just because they're ugly doesn't mean they're mean. Let's
Yeah,
look
you
at their
are.
agenda. I'm always that guy. When it comes to the fucking Grays, dude, I think I'm worse than you. I love everything he's done.
No.
Everything he's done. I'm like,
I
kill him
mean,
again.
Yeah,
kill him again.
He's not wrong. I mean,
But they
Yeah.
probably, violated him
I
and his
mean,
wife. They did some horrible shit.
You are breaking no laws. Kill as many goddamn grays as you want on your own property.
So
There's no tag limit.
We're all on fucking Team Edmonds at this point.
Sure.
Yeah, fuck, dude.
But maybe,
No,
not
there's
delight
no
in it
fucking
so
maybe.
much. I mean, that could be a problem.
Dude,
Because
give us-
you got to live
Yes.
with you later.
No, that's a thing
Give
for
them
sure.
you're
but-
protecting your home and your family and your pets and your loved ones. Give them a fucking stunner. Get a machete.
Wow.
Act out scenes from Friday the 13th. Maybe get a cool fucking knife glove.
No, that's fine. But
Yeah,
then don't
like,
end up in a corner and be like, I made sandwiches with their fucking forearms. And, like, just watch yourself.
Yeah.
You gotta fucking check
It's a
yourself.
thin line.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
I made. Oh my god.
Delicious. It's so chewy.
It's a great forearm sub, Joyce.
Dude,
What? What?
Oh, God.
he could. I guess he could be going towards like Dahmer / Game
Just
territory.
settle down.
Where he's like,
Settle down.
I made a jacket out of all their foreskins.
Oh.
Yeah, Gracie have foreskins. They're
Yeah,
tiny.
the hood is the
They're
head.
all foreskin.
The actual
Yeah.
fucking head.
It's just a
The
weird.
whole body's foreskin. If you circumcise them, all their
man.
skin
If I
comes
look
off.
like I'm not, they'll think I'm one of them.
Yeah,
and I'll kill more of them.
Can you imagine
God.
fucking leather facing a gray
Yeah,
suit out
they're
of
saying
like,
the hood is the
oh,
head.
God. And his mustache and little faces sticking out.
Oh my god.
Oh, all stitched together
Some weird-
horribly,
like some-
polishing some chrome in his fucking filthy gray flesh suit.
He just lives in it.
He's-
now.
yeah, I've become one of
It's
them.
rotting
He's
around
just-
him.
oh,
They
God.
can't smell me, and they already smell terrible.
He
like
just
that's the only
shits it.
time.
He just shits in it. Doesn't even take it
oh,
off.
doesn't care.
Oh.
No, you
Yeah,
shit your
showers
gray
in
suit.
it.
Dude, this is a weird. We just create a really. This is a great scene for Nick Cage, though. This is a great Nicolas Cage.
This could,
scene.
you know what? This could be the dream sequence, the one that's added that was not part of the real
Where it's like,
story.
don't become the monster that they want you to be.
Yeah, he's trying to turn you into the monster.
Yeah.
Are you the hero? Look in the mirror, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh my
You're the
God.
monster.
Oh, that's amazing.
All right.
What we just talked about was the best thing
Yeah,
that's happened to me all goddamn week. Son of a bitch. Oh fuck. I don't know if we can even continue.
We
I think
gotta-
this is
no,
it.
we're doing it.
No, we got a little bit left.
All
We
right,
do.
okay.
Just a smidge.
Yeah,
Just a smidge.
we're gonna do it.
Oh, Patreon shout-outs are coming.
Justified or not, John knew he needed to somehow up his game. No matter how vicious his assaults were, the insidious home invaders, I think I used that phrase before, I don't even care, simply regrouped and returned to wreak more havoc. It was a never-ending cycle of useless carnage, with neither side gaining ground. Despite all of the eye-opening revelations that living at Stardust had presented regarding the vast array of intelligent, often Mephistophelian entities that we share our reality with, John still believed in the existence of God. Not the hyper-masculine toga-clad Neo-Zeus that graced the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel and so many other houses of worship, but a benign and loving creator that stood outside of time and space. In short, John knew that to make any headway against these atrocious abductors, he would need divine intervention. And being as it was just days before Christmas, the season of miracles, this faithful warrior would receive just that.
Oh, this is getting.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Prophetic.
oh, okay.
John was driving home after running errands in Phoenix, accompanied by a pair of Rottweilers, when he found himself behind a massively overstuffed, open-backed truck hauling a towering array of loose junk, including a discarded Christmas tree. John nervously watched as the mound of miscellaneous cargo jostled at every shimmy the rusty old beater made on the pocked road, fearing it was about to dump a huge pile of debris right in front of him. Concerned for his own safety and that of other drivers, John pulled out his cell phone and was considering calling the cops on this mobile Sanford & Son when the inevitable happened. The truck hit a big bump and a pile of detritus slid off the back and onto the road. John laid on his horn and hit the brakes, barely avoiding a collision with the heap, but the truck continued on, evidently unaware of its unplanned mid-road deposit. Being civic-minded, the rancher pulled over and did his best to drag the random assortment of used bric-a-brac to the side of the road where no one would run it over and pop a tire. It was then that a tiny gleam among the rubbish caught John's eye. He reached down and, to his shock, lifted up what looked to him to be a vintage, handcrafted katana. Yeah. That's
Chris
There we
is
go.
just nodding yes. He's like, this is how it happens.
I didn't know that's how it happened,
This
but
is how you get the katana of Jesus.
Okay.
This is how, I mean, you got to go on a quest for the glaive.
Oh, the
you have to go
Christana.
on quest.
Yeah, the Christana,
The
dude.
golden fleece.
Okay.
Now it's the Christana.
Oh, boy. All right.
Considered by many experts to be not only works of art, but one of the greatest hand-to-hand combat weapons ever produced, these Japanese swords are characterized by a thin, curved, single-edged blade with a circular or square guard and a long grip to accommodate two hands. John wrote of his discovery, quote, "I'm no expert on swords, but this seemed like something that was made with care and attention, excuse me if I said that weird, not a manufactured replica." Despite it being tossed in with a pile of junk, maybe via an estate sale or whatever means the scavenger came to it, John realized that this was likely an expensive memento and jumped back into his vehicle to chase after the truck and return it to his owner. But the Good Samaritan could find no trace of the vehicle. It was as if it had simply vanished. As he drove the rest of the way home, the rancher glanced down at his newfound prize. Like a sloppy Santa Claus, the trucker had stuffed the sword beneath a decaying Christmas tree, and it had literally fallen at the feet, or bumper, of John Edmonds. To John, this was less of a Christmas miracle and more of an endowment from powers beyond his reckoning. Divine deities who understood that this mere mortal required assistance in his crusade to defeat the pernicious phantasmal forces that had rallied against him. In the same way that Zeus presented his son Perseus with the powerful adamantine sword, yep, that's where Marvel got adamantium from, and Hades' helm of darkness in order to defeat the snake-haired Gorgon Medusa, the redeeming agents of the universe had presented John with a gift. He was now the proud owner of a genuine samurai sword, and he knew exactly what he was going to do with it. And that's something we'll find out next week. Same crypto time, same crypto channel.
Oh, shit. Stardust Ranch Part 5, baby.
10 pages.
Rainbow
It went
Valley
long.
Massacre. Yeah, no, I see that you went over your pages here. On my count, though, you only did roughly almost 8.
Not bad.
A little bit of 8. Not too shabby. Not too shabby.
No, but it told this is the
6.5 for me.
Really?
It's
Yeah.
funny that we have all different page
Or
counts.
6.5 of the 7th.
Okay, well, yeah, I got 7th and okay. Yeah.
Regardless,
Page counts are important.
what is important to me?
Let's talk about page count.
Let's talk about page counts.
Jesus Christ, I know we've been dealing with that so much. Project on the horizon. Leave it at that. So fuck page counts. What I really love about this is that this is the part of the story in any great hero's journey where they flirt with darkness. Now, it doesn't happen to all heroes, obviously. Luke Skywalker has this sort of moment, I guess, when he might turn dark with Palpatine, encouraging him and enjoying his dad. He never really is threatening to. Lucas never really conveys that well, and as a kid, I never once thought he would. But I think that was what was supposed to be the feeling you get. But generally speaking, Lancelot fucking, Guinevere, and it's his best friend, his king's fucking wife. The hero, the golden lad, can fall from his perch, and that's what I really like about this. This is classic. I don't know if it's Campbell-esque because I've never really read his work, only read about people who read his work.
The hero's journey.
Yes, but I do know that this exploration, it makes me think of Johnny Cash songs. It's just like,
dude,
there'd be something more upbeat. There's definitely a montage because, of course, again, as we always say, this is a movie. As I'm writing this is a movie unfolding in my head. And when he starts killing, there's an upbeat song, fucking Airplanes or something, and it is just fucking bouncy, and he is just doing whatever he's doing, fixing fences, throwing the claw, the hammer.
Dude, it's Dancing Queen
head.
by ABBA.
Dude, whatever.
Yeah,
I love that.
Great song for that.
I'm never sick of ABBA.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean,
whatever the song is, it is going to be a fantastic moment.
Yes, it will.
And yet, let's take it down a notch. Again, cinematically, this is just feverishly delightful.
It takes such a fucking bizarre. I mean, it's already been a bunch of different bizarre twists, but then when it gets to the point where you're like, okay, he's actively wholesale slaughtering these fucking things, and he's kind of enjoying himself, and he's like, oh, by the way, I found a katana.
Oh, by the way,
well,
and that's not going to de-escalate the situation.
No.
This is going to exacerbate it.
The katana
no spoiler. That's just what happens.
Is a key in this story. But I was thinking, did he turn it over and look and see if it's made in Pakistan?
No, you are looking for that was the sign.
That's the sign.
Even if you saw it, it doesn't.
You know about those swords that are replicas. I mean,
it's Christmas time. Oh, we've all seen replica katana.
Chris has not a katana, but he's got fucking what are the swords you have? Fucking Lord of the Rings ones.
Yeah,
right?
a couple of them.
Yeah. You couldn't. I mean, they look fucking bad as shit.
Sure,
but you ain't gonna run anybody through that fucking thing.
Probably not.
No, you could.
Really?
Dude, if I tried to if I went and wanted to stab you with it, it would go through you.
Okay, well, calm down. Don't become the monster.
I'm just saying, don't make me stab you. Then we're good.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Did I turn him into?
Yeah.
I turn you into the monster? Oh,
I'm just saying it's not my fault if I stab you. It's probably your fault.
Good luck with the pod, guys.
Probably something you did.
Good luck.
Jesus criminy.
All right, man. Well, this is a turning point for John.
So he's got
shit.
He's got the Christana now.
Yeah.
He asked for help.
He got it.
He sees it as delivery. It could have been, in a skeptical world, it's a coincidence. In a world where you ask for help and something like this happens, you take it as a divine sign.
I mean, the chances of a katana falling off of a fucking used Christmas tree truck or whatever is kind of rare.
But like I was saying, cinematically brilliant. We have to work on the assumption that this is true. We do these cases not because we're reading creepypastas. We do them because somebody is claiming that this is my fucking life and this really happened.
Yes, yeah.
And in terms of that, this poor son of a bitch, I mean, he's delighting in it. But Joyce, who's already checked out, working 80 hours a week, fucking spending days at her boss's house just sleeping so she can just be away from the madness, the fucking bedlam that is fucking Stardust. And now she's watching her husband, and she's going to see her husband do some horrible shit coming up.
No, it's a fucking spiral of insanity.
I mean, it's got to be like, holy fuck. Yeah, I'm losing. And she already spent so many years thinking, maybe he's half crazy. Maybe he's losing it in the isolation. And that was sort of her escape valve from like, maybe this isn't paranormal.
Right.
Then she doesn't have that anymore. That's why I started off this one by retelling the ending of episode 4, but from Joyce's perspective.
No,
because it finally, and we haven't really had a chance to discuss her much. And she only gets one chance. She doesn't do interviews. She was never the public forward facing of this phenomenon, but she did write one chapter at the end of the Stardust Ranch book.
Right.
And that's very fascinating because she talks a lot about the Centurions that came through, and she, discusses like, all of this crazy shit. And there's even more stuff that will be coming up next episode. I'm pretty sure we can get it done next episode, but fuck knows at this point. My research continues as I'm doing this, so there's always more things to tell.
Yeah.
But what I loved about this part of the saga is, like, say, he goes to the depths. He becomes the monster. That is fascinating to me. Like, alien kids are telling stories about him. Like, you go to Stardust Ranch, it used to be they were the terrors occupying it, the poltergeists, the demons, the fucking Brillo men and the Greys. Now they're fucking going back and telling their kids, no, there's fucking Johnny Mustaches there.
Yeah, there's this guy who looks like David Crosby.
Nightmare.
And he's shooting us and stabbing us and fucking around
Jake
with
the
us.
Snake Crosby is there.
Yeah, Jake the Snake Oh, that'd be a great mashup, dude.
I mean, if it's really doing anything, it apparently seems like it's not.
Yeah, they're leaving and coming back. They're just like, here we are, we're gone, we're back.
Well, all right, I'm going to get a little spoiler. For those of you who don't know the story, and if you don't read anymore. That's for you, Mark.
Okay.
Do not read anymore.
Okay.
For those of you who do, you kind of get it. For those of you who don't, just a hint of a spoiler, it gets bloodier. The katana finds its place.
Yeah. No.
And it's fucking on. And also, magic.
Oh, magic in katanas.
Wizard battles, which if anyone knows me, and anyone who was at the Devil's Sword screening a month ago or whatever, knows Chris and I, you too, Mark, we have always been lovers of Southeast Asian cinema, especially
battles.
Hong Kong, the Philippines, all of these different places. And when they had those like 80s and 90s, like optical effect, pre-CGI, glowing, lightning striking, it's like Ghostbusters on acid. It's like constant like bangs and weird things and heads flying off and lightning strikes and laser beams from eyes and toes, and it's just fucking nuts and glorious. And we get a little taste of this in the alleged reality that is Stardust Ranch.
Oh, shit. Well, there it is, kids. Come back next week for part 6. We'll see what happens in part 7. We're not sure yet. There it is, Cryptonaut Podcast. Robert, we have some people to give shout-outs to that support us over there at patreon.com/Cryptonaut Podcast.
God bless them, everyone.
Every single one.
Every single one. You're saints. You do it. You do it for us. You do it for you. You do it for we.
We are we.
We are we.
I want to thank first
Yes.
Rebecca Hill.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Ryan Brush, we're not forgetting you.
No, Ryan Brush, thank you so much.
Todd Masura.
Thank you, Todd.
Bless you. Richard Easby. Gonna go with
I
that.
think he's returning. Thank you, Richard. We appreciate that.
Yes, Esby. You know what? If we get it wrong, you do it again.
I think it's Easby.
Schmoopy's Devourer of Mortal Souls.
Yeah. All right. I love it. Thank you so much.
Schmoopy's.
Is it Schmoopies or Schmooples?
Oh, is that an L? 'Cause
Schmooples.
You know my eyes. My fucking...
I think it's an owl.
My garbage eyes and this garbage lighting with this garbage fucking pad.
that goddamn fresco over there,
laptop
buddy.
with my garbage vodka frescas. Schmooples.
Schmooples, devourer of mortal souls. Thank you so much. We
Dope.
appreciate your support.
Hey, guess what? Ryan Brush showed up again. So maybe he signed up twice, or maybe it's a different Ryan Brush. I don't know, but
Oh yeah,
I'm going to include him twice.
I believe this is when Patreon was fucking up, when they had all those weird chargebacks. Ryan, thank you so
Hey,
much.
both Ryans. Thank you.
We
I choose to
appreciate
believe
you.
it's two of you.
Yes,
Tiffany Aiken.
thank you, Tiffany.
Harbinger Varian. Oh,
Oh, okay, thank you.
That's tight.
I love it.
Dang.
Dale.
Hell yeah, Dale.
Dale.
Fuck yeah.
Cam Boggs
Cam Boggs.
of Boggy Creek Studio.
Check him out, Boggy Creek Studios. Look him up on Instagram. He also has a YouTube channel. Cam does some really fucking awesome work. He's a model builder and a painter. You can commission him for work. I gotta send this to you at some point. He has a fucking really awesome Spring Hill Jack thing, like a maquette that he did. It is fucking killer.
Oh, I can't wait to see
Damn.
it.
Yeah,
so
I
again-
love that fucking character so much, that individual, whatever
Oh,
the
dude.
fuck he was, this entity.
Cam's work is so dope. And again, check him out at Boggy Creek Studios or just on Instagram at Cam Boggs. There it is. The Instas, the social medias. Yeah, the Instas. The social medias, the Instas and the X's and the Facebooks and the whatnots and the doodads and
Yep.
the Discords. We're doing that shit. Find us there. Hellerspace.com. Get that new Dark Hynek t-shirt that's
Hell yeah.
available.
Do it.
Cryptonaut
Choose
merch.
colors, too.
Yeah,
I mean,
different colors.
I sent it out to Mark in that like bright blue thing, but honestly, any background you like, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Put it on, man.
I mean, I think, Mark, you chose the one, like you pick select ones, the other ones
Yes.
that don't work. You were like, no.
yeah,
no.
I selected colors that the design would work on. So there's multiple colors up there. That you can-
Yeah, have fun.
Yeah, so check those out there. CryptonautMerch.com. Some sticker sheets there. People buying those fuckers up. Check that out right there. And again, Patreon.com/Cryptonaut Podcast. And again, this is so dope. Spotify and Patreon are together as one. They're kissing, kissy, kissy. Kissy, kissy.
That's a great dance,
Yeah,
by the way.
kissy, kissy.
No,
So
I
if
love
you're
it.
on Spotify, there's a
That's
little
weird.
banner that you click, and it brings you right into all of our Patreon stuff. You can connect your Patreon into Spotify. You listen to all the bonus episodes.
And we got hundreds. Well,
We-
yeah,
140, I think. Something like that.
No shit, we've got 100.
More than that, right? 70-ish, 80s?
Yeah, no, we've got 170 today. Tonight we're doing 177.
Hot damn.
Yes, we have 176 currently, and there's something in the works, a little something special. It's going to be going up on the Patreon for everybody to check out. Not just the pay,
Yes.
that's the people that pay, but everybody. So check that out there. And again, it is so easy to connect it now through Spotify. It's awesome. And of course, when you join the Patreon, the 1 or the 5, jump on the Discord. It is super fucking cool. Oh, hey, real quick, internet safety tip. I am never going to message you on any platform asking for any type of personal information or asking you to do investments or anything like that. Just remember that.
Yeah.
Internet safety is important. Doesn't matter
That's
what
true.
you're on. I personally or the podcast account will never ask you anything like that.
So if you receive such messages,
Yes. Report that person,
Yeah.
flag them, contact mods, contact me, contact whoever. Just let everybody know that is not, it's not fucking cool. We had a little bit of an incident or whatever because of fucking stupid bots, but you know. People are smart. People are on top of it, and our fucking mods over there in the Discord are fucking kicking ass and
They're
taking names,
tip-top.
and
They're the
fucking
best.
keeping shit tight. So,
that place is so fun. I really love
dude,
going
it's
there.
fucking, it's so awesome.
The
And again,
conversations are great. Everything is just super dope.
I will literally never ask you for anything about personal information or investments.
But he will ask for dick pics.
I will. No, I won't. I won't
Really?
do that either. No, I might be
Wow.
like, "Hey, man,
Well,
that's a
the
dope
cool
piece of
pad
art."
says different. All
All
right.
right. Well, listen. I heard a rumor that your cruel pad's disappearing, and we're gonna
Oh,
spit and fucking kick that thing to oblivion.
Oh, the pizza cat on the back.
Oh, your mom's got to keep that phone, doesn't she?
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna fucking throw it
Shit.
away.
I was
But I
gonna-
mean,
I
all
wanted
she needs
to-
to
I
do,
wanted to
she wants
kick
to.
it.
No, you can kick it once.
Burn it. Can we burn it?
Just
No,
kick it once. Can we
I mean,
just-
she needs to
just
use
flick
it.
All right, fine. Shit.
You can burn the corner.
Fine. I'll take the corner.
Just
All right.
scrape it a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. There it
Yeah.
is. Thank you all so very much. We'll be talking to you soon.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Pyre for the cool pad. Mm-mm-mm. Singing songs
Should we
about
put it?
Mm-mm-mm.
Should we put it in the outlet, like on like a little thing, and like launch fiery arrows at it?
I would actually love to.
We should.
And then
A
just
Viking
buy her a
burial.
new one for $5 at Walmart.
I will go there tomorrow and buy that for
We
her.
might have to because fuck this thing.
Can we film
Like
it?
the fucking now the number 3 doesn't work. Like everybody's phone number has a fucking 3 in it now.
Cheers, fuck does.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Especially if you're in our
Oh,
area
shit.
code.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, there it is.
Nice going.
We'll be talking to you.
3.
Bye. Bye.
Pod was brought to you by the letter 3.